The air in Belmopan was thick with humidity and the scent of blooming ginger lilies. Maria loved it. She loved the vibrant markets and the friendly smiles. Most of all, she loved sharing it all with Maria. They had been together for what felt like forever. Maria was her first love, her confidant, her rock, or so she thought. Maria and Maria had met at a street festival, dancing to the pulsating rhythms of punta music. She was charming with a quick wit and a smile that could melt glaciers. Maria was instantly smitten. They built a life together in a small, cozy house on the outskirts of town. Life wasn't always easy. They both worked hard. Maria was a carpenter, her calloused hands crafting beautiful furniture. Maria worked in the local bakery, filling the air with the aroma of freshly baked bread. They were a team, facing every challenge together. Or at least that's how it used to be. Lately, Maria felt a shift in the tide of their relationship. As the days turned into weeks, then months, Carlos started noticing a change in Maria. She seemed distant, preoccupied. She would come home late, smelling faintly of hibiscus and something else Carlos couldn't quite place. When he asked about her day, her responses were clipped, lacking the warmth he craved. Carlos tried talking to her. He poured his heart out, expressing his feelings of neglect and loneliness. Maria would sigh, her eyes distant, and offer a perfunctory apology. "I'm sorry, mi amor," she would say. "I'm just tired." But her words rang hollow in Carlos's ears. Her apologies lacked sincerity, her actions even more so. He began to feel invisible, like a shadow flitting through their own home. The once vibrant colours of their relationship seemed to fade, leaving behind a dull ache in Carlos's heart. One Tuesday, as Maria was arranging loaves of banana bread on a shelf, a voice startled her. "Those look delicious," the voice said, laced with amusement. Maria turned around to find a man smiling at her. He had kind eyes and a genuine warmth radiated from him. "They are," Maria replied, a tentative smile gracing her lips. "Fresh out of the oven." "I'm Javier," the man said, extending his hand. "Maria," she replied, shaking his hand. And so began their unlikely friendship. Javier was a writer, new to Belmopan, seeking inspiration from its vibrant culture. He frequented the bakery, drawn not just by the smell of fresh bread, but also by Maria's warm presence. He would listen intently as she spoke, his eyes reflecting a genuine interest that made Maria feel seen for the first time in a long time. Javier, unlike Maria, noticed the little things about Maria. He complimented her vibrant dresses, the ones Maria hadn't seemed to notice in months. He brought her a single, perfect hibiscus flower, its delicate petals mirroring the blush creeping up Maria's cheeks. He remembered she loved poetry and would often leave handwritten verses tucked into the pages of her favorite book. One evening, as Maria sat on her porch swing, watching the sunset paint the sky in hues of orange and purple, she realized something profound. Javier's simple acts of kindness, his genuine interest in her life, filled a void she hadn't even realized existed. He made her feel special, appreciated, loved, feelings that had become distant echoes in her relationship with Maria. The realization was a punch to the gut, leaving her breathless and confused. Maria noticed the change in Carlos. The sparkle had returned to his eyes, the lightness to his step. She initially brushed it off, attributing it to a good day at the bakery. But as days turned into weeks, she couldn't deny the truth any longer. She saw the way he lit up around Isabella, his laughter reaching a pitch it hadn't reached with her in what felt like an eternity. One day she saw them together at the market. Carlos was holding a bouquet of ginger lilies, his face radiant with joy as Isabella tucked a stray strand of hair behind his ear. The sight struck Maria like a bolt of lightning. She saw the love in Isabella's eyes, a love that mirrored the way Maria used to look at Carlos. Regret, sharp and relentless, gnawed at her. She had taken Carlos for granted, assuming his love was a given. She had been blinded by her own complacency, failing to see the man who had stood by her through thick and thin. Now she was in danger of losing him forever. Maria knew she had a choice to make, one that would change her life forever. Her heart once tethered to Maria, now beat a different rhythm, a rhythm in sync with Javier's. She realized that love shouldn't be a burden, a heavy weight on her shoulders. It should be liberating, a source of joy and strength. She chose Javier. Their love story, born from chance encounters and heartfelt gestures, blossomed in the heart of Belmopan. They found solace in each other's company, their laughter echoing through the bustling market streets and the quiet corners of their favorite cafes. Maria finally felt seen, appreciated, and loved for the woman she truly was. As for Maria, she carried the weight of her regret. She watched from afar as Maria's happiness grew, a poignant reminder of what she had lost. She learned a valuable lesson, etched in the lines on her face and the ache in her heart. Love, like a delicate flower, needs to be nurtured, cherished, and never taken for granted.